Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sarla. Welcome to Millet Magic. We often find ourselves looking for something to nibble on in the evenings, a little something to satisfy those cravings, to keep us going until dinner time. Well, here is the recipe for a traditional Indian snack which we are going to be making using millets. It's called nippattu and it's very easy to make. So here are the ingredients you will need. 1 cup of millet flour. I would prefer to use either foxtail millet or brown top millet flour for this recipe. Now we know that millets need to be soaked well before using. For most recipes like millet chapati, millet paratha or millet puri, you can mix the dough and then allow it to rest. The resting time will also be the soaking time. However, in this recipe, it is not possible to rest the dough for long. So it becomes a must to use flour which has been made from pre-soaked millets. So you'll need to soak the millets for 6 to 8 hours, sun dry them well and then make them into a flour. You will also need 1/4 cup of roasted chana dal which needs to be ground into a fine powder. A fistful of roasted groundnuts which you'll need to roughly pound into coarse pieces. You'll also need about a tablespoon of sesame seeds. You can use either the white or the black variety. Sesame is rich in calcium and many other nutrients. Most people avoid using sesame for various reasons. Considering how healthy it is, I would urge you to use it once or twice a week wherever possible. You will also need 1 tablespoon of red chili powder. You can use more or less based on your spice requirement. Very little hing, salt to taste, and oil for deep frying. Here I am using safflower oil which has been extracted by bull-driven wooden ghanis. Safflower oil has a high smoke point and is ideal for deep frying. And now to make the nippattu. In a large plate or bowl, add in the brown top flour. To this, also add in the finely ground roasted chana dal flour. Now using your fingers, make a small depression in the center of the flour and into this add about 2 tablespoons of hot oil. Then carefully mix the oil into the flour by applying pressure with your fingers. This step helps to make the nippattu more crispy. After mixing all the oil well with the flour, it's time to add in the rest of the ingredients. 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, coarsely pounded groundnuts, salt to taste, and hing which I've dissolved in water. Mix everything well together. Then adding in water little by little, bring all the flour together to form a hard dough. Be careful not to add in too much water. Knead well for 3 to 4 minutes. The dough should be hard and not as soft as a chapati dough. On the surface of a big betel leaf or a banana leaf, smear very little oil with your fingers. Then place a small ball of the dough on the surface of the leaf and using your fingers press it out. The nippattu should neither be too thin nor too thick. Repeat the same with the rest of the dough. Ensure that the thickness is even throughout. During this process, keep the rest of the dough covered so that it does not dry out. Time for frying. Heat the safflower oil in a kadai and ensure that it is hot by dropping in a small piece of the dough. It should rise to the surface immediately. This indicates that the oil is hot and ready. Slowly separate the leaf from the pressed nippat dough and drop it into the oil. Fry on a medium flame for about a minute on either side. When you see the color changing to golden brown, it's time to get the nippat out. Repeat the same process with the rest of the dough. 1 cup of millet flour will give you around 20 nippat dough. I have used a small kadai since I didn't want to use up too much oil. But if you're using a bigger kadai, you can fry 3 to 4 nippat dough at the same time. And that's all there is to it. You can quickly and easily make a healthy and tasty millet snack at home, which everyone is sure to enjoy. I like the nippat dough crispy on the outside and slightly soft on the inside. If you like it crisp through and through, then you can make them a little thinner. You can store them in an airtight jar for about 2 to 3 days. And they make for a very good travel snack as well. While nippat tastes good as is, another interesting way of eating it is making it into nippat masala. To do so, break a few nippat into small pieces. To this, add some finely chopped onion, some finely grated carrot, finely chopped tomatoes, a teaspoon of pudina chutney, and give it a nice mix. Optionally, you can add a teaspoon of palm jaggery syrup as well, and salt if required. Top it with some millet save, and lastly, don't forget to squeeze a dash of lime for an extra punch. Serve immediately with fresh coriander for garnish. Do try it out. We'll be back soon with another interesting millet recipe. Until then, happy cooking!